Now, we get quite a few complaints that we don't feature enough affordable cars on the show. So we're kicking off tonight with the cheapest Ferrari of them all. This is it, the new Ferrari F430. And I'm not going to mess about. It's epic. I've been driving around in it now for a couple of days, and unlike any other supercar, I haven't found a single environment where it's anything less than spectacular. On the motorway coming down here this morning, it was brilliant. On country lanes, it's brilliant. In traffic, it's brilliant. And here, oh my God! Ferrari are now on just an all-new level. They're way beyond anyone else. This thing makes even an Aston Martin DB9 or a Porsche Turbo feel like a canal boat. This car is just staggering. I mean, listen to this noise. Those exhausts are only waste disposal units, but I've heard less tunable symphony orchestras. So, let's have a look at what makes this car so unbelievable. Starting with the engine. It's a brand new 4.3-litre V8 which develops 490 brake horsepower. That means you can go from 0 to 60 in 4 seconds and on to a top speed of, well, let's find out. Coming up now to 8,500 RPM from a V8. 170. My ears are starting to bleed now. 180. Running out of runway. Flat out with just a hint of a tailwind, it'll be nudging 200 miles an hour. Oh! So, what about the handling? The old Ferrari 360 was a tricky little so-and-so. So is life any easier in this? Well, that rather depends on where you have this little button here. You see, you've got 5 settings: snow and ice, not really relevant, normal road use, sport, that makes the gearbox more ferocious, firms up the suspension, increases the exhaust noise, and backs off the traction control. Race, kind of more and harder. And then CST, which turns all the driver aids off. I don't know what CST stands for. It's commit suicide training. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're on a track, so let's put it in race. We have ignition. Launch control, yes, I think we'll have some of that. And, we have liftoff. Oh, yes! I can actually feel the traction control now. Letting me have a little bit of a slide there in race mode, but not too much. Making me look heroic, but not letting me crash. See that big slide there? That was me doing that. Nothing to do with this car's brand new E differential. Same diff they put in Michael Schumacher's Formula One car. They say that even the fattest, most butterfingered driver can get a 430 round the Ferrari test track only a second slower than the best of the test drivers. So the handling is like the engine, brilliant. And so are the brakes, and so is the steering, and so's the comfort, and so's the quality. Even the driving position is perfect. In fact, I'm struggling to think of anything wrong with this thing. I suppose it's not the prettiest Ferrari ever made, and the nose is quite low. You catch it on speed humps, and oh, the electric window switch. It's a bit of a stretch. That aside, this car sits in the marketplace like a Harrier jump jet at the Battle of Agincourt. So obviously, you want one. But there are going to be a few problems with that. You see, the basic price is £118,000, and that's not really so bad. I mean, sell the house, sell the children for medical experiments, rob a bank, you'll soon get that money. But then you'll end up in the showroom where you'll be presented with the options list. And this is where things get quite scary. I mean the stitching, for example, on the door here and on the seats. If you want that in a different colour to the leather, that's going to cost you £235, which seems like quite a lot for what's basically a few feet of cotton. Then there's the leather, which you can have here behind the seats where you can't see it. That's £1,200. If you want your brake calipers red, £500. If you want them yellow, £560. Sports seats, which are exactly the same as these seats but less comfortable, they are £3,175. Flappy paddle gearbox, really pricey, I'm afraid, £6,000. Although because you don't need a clutch pedal, you could raise that money by selling one of your legs. And then there's the carbon ceramic brakes, £10,000.